I need someone to study what they put in that Wicked movie because it had to be drugs. I don't know what kind of drugs, but there was drugs in that movie because the way I am obsessed with Wicked, the way I need it pumped into my veins, the way the movie ended, and I said, play it again. Play it one more time. That's how much I want to see it. My name is Mars, like the planet. I am not a movie critic. I'm not a Broadway fiend. But Wicked was so good. And I just need to share that. I need to share my testimony about how good this movie was. And if you love the movie as much as I did, then you'll understand. This video is for you. Now, if you don't like musicals, if you don't like Broadway, if you're like, why is Ariana Grande singing so much? This video is not for you. Click off right now. Click off. It's not for you. But to everybody else out there that saw that movie and immediately wanted pumped into their veins and it became their entire personality, what was that? What did we see? I truly feel like everybody clocked into work. The actors, the dancers, the choreographers, the director, the cameramen, the tulips, everybody, the tears, everyone clocked into work on that movie. They gave 102,000% on that movie. And I'm not even being funny. I am such a harsh movie critic. And I was so worried because let me back up. I've seen Wicked twice on Broadway. I think as a small child in the arts, you're just required to go to a Broadway show. You see Wicked, you see Lion King. We all did that, right? I saw Wicked as a child, and I recently saw it a few years ago. So when I knew the movie was coming out, and I'm seeing, okay, Ariana Grande, okay, Cynthia Erivo, all right, I was like, please don't mess this up. Please don't mess this up. Because there are a lot of musical movie adaptations that are not so good. I'm looking at you, Mean Girls, sorry. And I was like, they're going to try to modernize it. They're going to try to take songs out. They're going to try to rewrite stuff to be politically correct for 2024. And I'm like, no, I need the 2023 musical on the screen. That's what I need. And they did that. I thank God for the people that were like, let's keep this as true to script, as true to the play as possible. Because that was amazing. That was, that was so good. It was fantastic. I can't say 100% that it's the best movie I've ever seen because I haven't seen part 2 yet. I've only seen part 1, so we'll revisit in a year. But it's up there. It was just so good. And I know saying things are so good is not really the best way, but spoiler alert, what the hell was that? They put crack in that movie. They put heroin in that movie. That's how good it was. I can't think of a bad thing to say about Wicked. I truly think the worst part about the movie was that they didn't play it 3 times in a row. I would have sat there for 2 days watching Wicked on end. There is no reason why I should be that obsessed about this movie. Why? What is this feeling? I've watched that YouTube video 10,000 times. I'm listening to the soundtrack on the way to work. I'm listening to it coming home. I'm watching videos. I'm doing deep dives. That's not normal. What was in that movie? Michelle. I'm in awe. Everybody clocked in. Okay, so let's hold space. First of all, you're seeing the press tour. You're seeing Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande basically cuddling with each other during the interviews. And I'm like, what is going on with them? Why are they acting so weird? Why are they always holding hands and touching it on top of each other? And after I saw the movie, I was like, I get it. Because if I had that experience with somebody, baby, I would be inside their skin. I would be in them. Because what they did together was magic. It was magic. It truly was magic. The opening scene and the monkeys are flying and they're saying she's dead and the hat. It started off and I was like, they put their whole wicked-ussy into that movie. Because it started off amazing. People were like, oh, the color's too bland. It's too washed out. I didn't see it. I didn't even notice it. Because it was so good. Even when no one mourns the wicked, they're singing, they're dancing. They're like, yeah, she's gone. She's dead. And Ariana's like, ooh, y'all turning up a little much for my friend that's dead right now. Like her little nuances. And then Ariana Grande has this operatic voice. We've all heard Ariana sing, but she was sang operatic, giving Kristen Chenoweth. I mean, come on now. She's singing and harmonizing. Then after I watched the movie, I go on YouTube. I found out they're singing live. The mics were on. What? Like, you cannot tell me this is not, they were singing live. Now, I don't know how many other movie musicals was doing this, but I know they mics was on. Then Cynthia Erivo, she like completely is transformed. Because you see Cynthia Erivo, she has these high cut cheekbones, she's bald, she has no eyebrows, she has all these piercings. She's almost 40 years old. And I'm like, how is she gonna look like Elphaba? And then you see her and you're just like, this is a little girl like she is university. I believe it. I truly believe. Nothing was like, oh, this is taking me out of the scene. Oh, I just can't concentrate because it's Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo and Michelle. It's just taking me out. Everything just worked. I truly believe these were wizards. I truly believe these were witches. Jeff Goldblum? He's just being himself. Honestly, Jeff Goldblum's just being himself. Goldblum? Yeah, he's just being himself. Who else would be the wizard but Jeff Goldblum? Zaddy. Michelle Yeoh, she's told like, she's different from Madame Morrible in the play, but she's so serious and regal. I'm clapping as she's walking in. After every song, The Wizard and I, Cynthia Erivo singing her heart out. She's singing her heart out. Like she's not even trying. My girl is frolicking, singing about the wizard. It's just, I need a better word than it was so good. It was mesmerizing. It was magical. When they're at Shiz University, these were real sets. They looked beautiful. This like style that they had, this Victorian-esque. It was beautiful. It was breathtaking. Like seeing what you've always seen on a stage and then seeing how they bring the whole land of Oz to life. The water? I never even thought like they're gonna pull up in boats. They're pulling up in boats? I would have never thought that. I was like, yeah, why not? Why not pull up in a boat? You're green. I am. What? Ah! They're so cute. They're so charming. Then Elphaba's using her powers. Push. Madame Morrible's like, you're coming with me. Then what is this feeling? Look, I gotta go back to it. Cause I'm telling you, there's drugs in there. Linda, you are just too good. The books, the choreography, the stomp. Like, I have to have a complete sentence because I'll keep doing this. But the sound effects, I think that was the best part. The sound of everything had a sound. Go on YouTube and watch What Is This Feeling? Everything has a sound effect. The stumps, the claps, her hair, the swoosh. Go on YouTube and watch What Is This Feeling? And listen to all the sound effects, not the soundtrack, because the soundtrack doesn't have the sound effects, which I hate when I'm riding in the car. But the stumps, the claps, the books, the hair, all of that, it just adds to it. It's like, it's just little earworms in my ear. I love the sound effects. I love that everything has a sound effect. When they're at the school, and I was worried, I was like, what the CGI finna look like? Peter Dinklage? He's not getting any talk. He's Dr. Dilliman. What are y'all talking? You have the Peter Dinklage playing a goat? It looks beautiful. The CGI wasn't weird. I wasn't like, oh, that's taking me out. They got a goat as a teacher? She got a bear that's raising her. Wait, I forgot about the bear. The little girl, the little Nessa Rose. Yeah. Oh, she was just so precious. Like, I could have cried. Seeing baby Elphaba and baby Nessa in her little tiny wheelchair. Yeah. Just so precious. But then, and her father, F her father, honestly. They're singing at Shiz and Dr. Dilliman looks great. He's trying to say Galinda's name and he can't. And then the references, the little small references like the poppies, and then them riding on the bike, Fiero and Elphaba riding on the bike like they did in The Wizard of Oz, trying to save the little lion cub is so precious. All the little nuances that they've added. Then when they do the Oz Dust Bowl, that library, can we get one of those made? The big circle that they're dancing in. I was like, oh, what was the budget for this? What was the budget? Because then it started spinning. They're spinning. They're dancing in it. Dancing through life. Like, oh my God. What? It was so good. It was just so good. That shot where they're pushing through and they're like, it's twisting and turning in the library. I will say that Nessa Rose and Bach are annoying me. Not as actors, but their storyline. Oh, Bach, we're meant to be together. You and I. Girl, no. Y'all are not meant to be together. Sorry. Bach. Shut up, girl. I do not mean the actors. I just mean in the story. Nessa Rose getting on my nerves. And she gonna keep getting on my nerves in part 2 if you know what's coming. Oh, Bach. Shut up. Anyways, then they go to the Oz Dust Ball and it's underwater, the little cave with the fish. I was like, I never thought about the Oz Dust Ball being underneath the water. That was so cool. And then Elphaba comes in with her little hat and she thinks she's stunting on them. And they're laughing at her. And it's just so heartbreaking. Like, I was like, don't cry, girl. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. And that tear that comes out of her eye. Like, give that an Academy Award. Because that tear was real. And Glinda just wipes it away. Like, if I looked like that when I'd cry all the time because that was beautiful. The silence. It's just quiet. It's so quiet. Now, mind you, in my theater, there's somebody coughing through all of this, which was kind of aggravating. But the silence of her dancing by herself and then her and Glinda dancing together, she wipes the little tear away. It's just so good. Bo and Yang's there like, girl, what is you doing dancing with this green girl? Stop. But it's just so good. Then when they get the call from the wizard and she's like, all right, y'all, getting on this train. Mind you, who calls a whole damn train for one person? What are the economics of getting to the land of to the wizard? What is it called? The Emerald City. I was about to call it the Wizard City. What are the economics of getting here? You need to have an entire train call? Girl, you can't Uber? What's going on here? Anyways, so she gets on her train. Fiero's been thinking, and that worries me. Is that what she says? He's like, hey, I've been thinking. I've heard. They're so cute. Glinda changing her name to Galinda to Glinda. The mustache man. It's so cute. The mustache man. I love that they added that little part. It just shows like Glinda's personality. The mustache man. Then when they get to the Emerald City, one short day, like, oh, Emerald City looks like Disney World. It looks like Disney World. They get there and they're dancing, and then our two queens, our two divas, our two stars come out, Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel. In the theater, I was like, I was like, and then I love that they actually gave them time to sing and they had their little gag and stuff. Like, I love their little gag. They were so cute together. I'm glad it wasn't just like a and then they're gone. I'm glad they actually got to like perform and they put that in there for them for the Wizomania part. Oh, so cute. And then they go in and they're going to see the wizard and there's the monkeys and Jeff Goldblum's just I'm the wizard, and what should we choose? The yellow brick road. Imagine if it was the blue brick road. Can't even say that. The red brick road, the yellow brick road. And then they finally reveal that he ain't shit. The wizard can't do wizard, and so they gotta use Elphaba. Madame Morble's like, hey girl, we need you. What's the little monkey's name? Chicory? Hey Siri, what's the monkey's name in Wicked? Chistory. My bad, girl. Anyways, he gets his wings. Beautiful, by the way. Beautiful CGI animation. His wings come out. They're like hurting him. And I like felt the pain. Like, oh, I'm so glad the CGI was good. Because I was like, if this would have been bad and these monkeys would have been looking bad, it would have taken me out. But once again, I'm all in. I'm really believing like, oh, shoot. The wizard's not fake. Elphaba, what is going on? You've been bamboozled. Then it's so cute they're running away from the guards and I'm like, this is intense. Everything feels so much more like bigger and grander because they have the budget to actually make a set for a movie, obviously. In the play, obviously I'm feeling that it's intense, but they're just running around the stage. They're running through the hall saying, oh my God. And then they get into the hot air balloon and they're not going to make it, but you're still rooting for them. And then it's time. And we've all been waiting for this moment. We all know it's coming. It's time to sing Defying Gravity. And Cynthia Erivo, she said, hold my head. I'm finna sing. I'm finna blow the pipes off of this. And I love how they split it up. It wasn't just her singing the whole way through. I love how they gave her time to figure this out. And then Glenda's like, where your wings at, girl? You ain't finna fly. What you think you're doing, girl? Come on, let's go back. You acting a little crazy. She ain't believing in my girl. And Elphaba's like, I'm finna show y'all. Come here, broom. Come on. And she takes that leap. And she jumps out the freaking window. Pew! Jumps out the window. And she's falling. And I was not expecting that. I was like, oh, she's not flying. She's falling. And the second she looks up and she sees a reflection of her younger self, I lost it. I was weeping. Tears immediately falling out my eyes. I wish Ariana was there to wipe them. But I was like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Because obviously in the play, she's struggling and then she just, she's straight up there. But the fact that she flounders a little bit, she's like, what did I just do? I just jumped out this damn window. I look freaking crazy. And then she finally gets it. It's me. Oh my God. I'm replaying it in my head right now. Are you replaying it too? I'm replaying it in my head. I wish I could take what I saw and just project it on the wall. Oh, it was so good. And then her cape's long as hell all of a sudden. But then she's singing and then the lights go out. Cynthia Erivo actually did that on set. They just kept it in. And Jeff Goldblum's like, what the hell? Michelle Yeoh's like, all right, Glenda, I guess you'll have to do. I don't like your ass, but you gonna have to do. Come on, girl. Come on. Guards, don't even worry about her. I'm going to get on the mic. I'm going to let people know. They're broadcasting. She's a wicked witch. What? Imagine if someone called you a wicked witch. Then she's up in the sky. No one can bring me down. And they're like, look at her. She's wicked. Kill her. Kill her. Kill her. Kill. In the original, they say get her. But I guess they can't get her. They say kill her. What the heck? They say kill her. And then she flies off. Oh, what? The behind the scenes of this are crazy. She's flying off. Boom, sonic boom, thunder. It's amazing. It's great. At this point, I wanted to jump out of my seat and start clapping, but I couldn't. Then they're repeating the message. I loved that part. That they showed Cynthia's, I'm going to call her Cynthia. They showed Elphaba's face when they're like, she's a wicked witch. And then they show everybody reacting to it. Her father's dead on the ground because F him. He's dead on the ground because he's like, oh my God, my daughter's a wicked witch. And Elphaba's like, I can't do it. I can't work for y'all. I got to go save my animal friends. I was raised by a bear. You know who I am? We was raised by wolves. I got that dog in me. I'm stupid. She was literally raised by a bear. She has always been told she was different. She was like, I can't go with y'all. I gotta go save my friends. Poof. Fiero's running off on a horse for some reason. I don't know why. He didn't have a horse in the play, so I don't know why he's on a horse now. Poof. Running off. He's got the talking horse. That movie was so good. I will say that if you've seen Wicked, can we go see it again? Can we please go see it again together? Because it was amazing. I think this is the first movie ever in the history of ever that I want to see again in the theaters. Because I won't lie. I saw Dune 2 earlier and it was a great movie. But I was like, that was good. I don't need to see it again. It was great. But Wicked was so good, I immediately want to watch it again. I'm just replaying the scenes in my head. I just keep replaying it because it was so good. It was that good. I need to stop using the word good, but you understand. It was fantastic. No notes, 10 out of 10. Amazing. But that's all I got. Please tell me how much you loved Wicked in the comments and why it was the best movie you've ever seen and why it was 10 out of 10 stars and why we're all going to go watch it again. Let's all hold space for Wicked in the comments down below. Bye, y'all.